My name is Olatunji Pelumi. I'm a first class graduate of history from the Department of History, University of Ibadan, Oyo State, Nigeria. I'm an academic research analyst, and my area of research interest is in international history, African history, politics, and economics. In my leisure time, I like to play the piano and listen to music. It serves as a form of self-meditation. Being a recipient of the prestigious Abisola Gabi-Williams Prize award, is a great privilege, it's a great honor which I don't take for granted. Dr. Abisola herself, she's an alumnus of this great department of the 1964 class to be precise, and to be conferred with such an accolade here, it's a great honor, and a sign of good gesture from the estate of late Dr. Gabi. The question on why history, why study history, was it deliberate, or an unexpected interest? Apparently, this question or these questions became a general phenomena among my colleagues, especially on my first year at the department. So it happened that majority of my colleagues made a substantial percentage of students that initially picked a more pronounced course of study, such as law and vice versa, but along the line they found themselves at the Department of History. This was not my own tale, this was not my own experience or story, right? Because I was part of the smaller percentage of students that deliberately chose history as a course of study. What was the motivation, what was the drive behind this was because, I realized that, I took an interest to a very large extent in vintage or archaic works of humanities, and in books, in arts, in music, in movies that has historical undertones, historical narratives, historical interpretations. So history is a basic course of study, really, but it's just quite unfortunate that there are a lot of individuals out there with no sense of history or with no sense of their own history. It's quite unfortunate. And in the same vein, I must say that we live history every day. To not know what has happened in the past is to forever remain a child, right? And we live history every day, as I said earlier on. And take for instance in medicine, right? A doctor will not immediately prescribe a drug to a patient, right, without looking at the patient's medical history or medical past records, before administering drugs, right? In the same vein, in science, advancements in science and technology occurs, from where old researches are stopped, right? That is, scientists look at these researches, they look at the shortcomings, and they try to improve upon it, and by virtue, this gives birth to new innovations in science and technology. So given all these, giving self-examination, giving self-realization myself, I was more than convinced beyond reasonable doubt that can I just do history, and here I am. So reflecting on my academic journey, what are the challenges I overcame, right? There were a lot of challenges. I will reconcile these challenges under one epoch, known as the challenge of time, right? Or the challenge of time management. You will agree with me that the university is a different community, it's a different world entirely, right? And if one is not careful, you'll be distracted, you lose focus. So what did I do here? I somewhat created a timetable for myself, or a time schedule, if you want to put it that way. Time for studies, time to hang out with friends, time for social engagement, time for social activities, and all that. So and the backdrop, the backbone really for me to beat this challenge of time was discipline. Because I must make an emphasis on discipline, because without discipline, it would not be possible for me to overcome the challenge of time, or the challenge of time management. Told my academic success, leading to me being a recipient, or me being the winner of the prestigious Abisola Gabi-Williams Prize award, as well as many other awards that I have won, was self-motivation and resilience. We don't give up vibe or energy over here. We don't give up vibe. You get. So I recall in my sophomore year and in my penultimate year, I was not in the first class. I was not in the first class grade, but nevertheless, self-motivation and resilience, the drive, I was like, why not just put in more effort here? Put more effort because I was on a 0.5 to the first class, so I was like, I can do this right, and to the glory of God, at my final year, I skyrocketed my grades. Yeah. I graduated with the first class and also as the best graduating student of my department. So, and this led me to winning several awards, several 5 awards, basically alongside the Abisola Gabi-Williams Prize award. When I received the news that I was the winner of the prestigious Abisola Gabi-Williams Prize award, I was very, very excited, to be honest. Yeah, I still recall the text I received from my HOD, Professor Rashid Alani, congratulating me on this feat. I was very, very happy, and gratitude and thanks were just abound in my mouth. Really, because it is a great privilege, it is a great honor, to be conferred with this accolade, and I don't take it for granted. All right, so looking ahead, my career aspiration and goals, is to get my master's and PhD as soon as possible, and to become a professor of history. Right. All right. So thank you for having me. It's been nice doing this, having this interactive session as as a recipient of the Abisola Gabi-Williams Prize Award. As the best undergraduate student, as the final history B examination 2024. So my gratitude goes to the entire state of late Dr. Gabi-Williams, as well as to Dr. Mrs. Abisola herself. I'm very grateful for this honor, and I pray that God continue to enrich every of your endeavor. Amen.